Hi everyone, this is Bring Back Video Marketing. So I haven't done a video post for a while because everything's been up in the air and just moved from Sussex to Devon, which is about 4 hours across the country. So it's all been a bit manic. So new office, new space, but I didn't have a studio set up. I didn't have a place to record a blog post. And that was kind of putting me off as well. And eventually I just said, look, I need to get on with doing this post. I've got some ideas, I need to get on with them. And really the studio, the space is secondary to that. So as you can see, I'm just sitting in my office. I haven't taken a huge amount of care in what this looks like, but I have some ideas that I want to talk to you about. So I'm going to go straight into those. So in this video, what I want to talk about is content marketing through the use of video. And I finished a project over the summer, which is a really good example of that. So I was going to use that as a sort of a case study. What I've been working on is a video for a campsite in Snowdonia called Grey Gwen. And that campsite wanted to do some video work to help promote their business. And we had some discussions about it, and they wanted something for their website that said, look, this is who we are and this is what we do, which was fine. We actually ended up doing 2 videos for them. But what I wanted to do for them was something that had a little bit of, that had some legs basically, that was going to promote itself. So we did a video for them which was a guide to the local area. And the idea behind this video is that it's shareable, that we're putting the audience first, and that's the essence really of content marketing. So a video that tells you all about a company or a product is fine, but no one's really that engaged with that because it has no value for them. If you're going to that campsite or you'll want to find out about that product, you will go and watch that video. But other people beyond that initial small audience have no real interest in that video. There's no incentive for them to watch it unless they're looking for somewhere to actually stay or to go. However, if you do a guide, the way we turned this around then was to do a guide for the local area. So suddenly now you're becoming an authority, a voice in that particular area. John and Sarah, the people who run that campsite, know the area very well. They've got lots of recommendations, and the people who come to that site are always asking them for those recommendations. So to do a video as a kind of guide has multiple purposes, multiple functions. Firstly, it's acting as a sort of an FAQ for them, so they can pass that video on to any customers that come to stay and deliver some of that information to them through that kind of medium. But also, when you then put that guide onto something like YouTube, it's shareable, it's got value to people, because anyone who's interested in that area as a whole, or interested in Snowdonia, or traveling, or walking, or climbing, or cycling, or any of the things that we talk about in the video, has an interest in that video. Okay, so it's not pushing the campsite, it's not forcing a sale on someone, it's just helping someone. And of course, you know, the name is attached to that, the campsite's name is attached to that video. But if we have a quick look at, I'll show you a clip for the video to show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll have a look at the views on YouTube, and that'll illustrate what I'm talking about a little bit as well. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the video that I was talking about. It's here on YouTube, and this is the guide that we did for Grey Gwen.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm lucky enough to live with my family here in North Wales in Snowdonia on the beautiful Mawdacch estuary. We'd like to share with you some of our favourite places to visit in the local area.
So there's a brief introduction there from Sarah. So we know what the campsite is called, we know where we are, we know what's happening. So that's embedded within the viewer's mind. But then it goes on to offer then some value. We go on to see this local area and what it has to offer.
In this little film, we're going to show you some of the ways that you can explore the beautiful Mawdacch estuary and the cycle and footpath that runs from Dollgelau to Barmouth, including some of the favourite tea stops and ice cream places en route.
Hello, I'm Meg. I own TH Coffee Shop in Dollgelau with my son Thomas. Used to be a hardware shop until 1997. It's got all the old fittings here, all the old shelves, all the measuring tapes on the bars. It's beautiful. It's got chandeliers. It's really, really nice.
Okay, and it basically just carries on like that for about 5 minutes. We talk to a guy who runs the ferry service, some girls who go out riding on the beach, as a sort of an attraction or an entertainment thing to do, and an ice cream shop in Barmouth as well. So it's quite short. There's about 3 or 4 characters in it, and we've put that up on YouTube. So if we go to the Grey Gwen channel, you'll see they've got 2 videos up there. The first one we did was just what you would consider to be, I suppose, more of a promotional film, sort of traditional, this is who we are, this is what we do, promotional film. And then the second one was the guide. And you can see straight away that there's a difference in the number of views that you've got on this. So the traditional sort of promotional film has a couple of hundred views. The guide has 4 times as many views. So you can see that the audience connect with that one in some way, and that's doing its own work. That's being spread around, being watched, being passed around because it's useful. It's got some value to the audience. So that's just a really good example of what I'm talking about when I talk about content marketing for video, and hopefully that example illustrates those ideas a little bit.